It's time for the very first Daily Planet 5D, Episode 1, In the Beginning. Hi everyone, this is Planet Mitch, and I'm obviously from planet5D.com, because that's where you found me. Hopefully. Maybe you found me on YouTube or Vimeo or in iTunes, but I should let you know I'm from planet5D.com. This is the very first edition of what I'm calling the Daily Planet 5D, which is a really bad pun or takeoff on the Superman show, movies, TV shows from back in the past. Those of you who are maybe overseas somewhere don't know about Superman. And the guy was Clark Kent, and he worked at a newspaper called the Daily Planet. So since we do everything here about planets, Planet Mitch, Planet 5D, blah, 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 I thought I would continue with that. And so we're calling this the Daily Planet 5D. This is my little friend, by the way, whom I've given the name Asteroid. And no, we don't call him Ass for short. Shouldn't say that, should I? What is this all about? I'm sure you're wondering by now since I've gone so long on this silly introduction. It's inspired by a good friend of mine, Jem Schofield, who runs a website called the C47. And he does a daily video called The Gearbox. And he's been doing it for years. And so, after watching a couple of recent episodes, I thought to myself, Self, you need to do something like that. It inspires discipline, and it gives the ability to show off many things that maybe the readers of the blog don't get to see on a regular basis. Plus, there are many times where I have little things that I've learned that don't end up making it into blog posts, and I think I want to share some of that stuff. I'm also going to show some of the stuff that I've been sent for evaluation, like this. It's called the Spinlight 360, and it's a flash modifier, and I'm going to tell you all about that in the next couple of days because they've just launched a new version of it which does some cool stuff. So look for that in the coming days on the Planet 5D blog. Speaking of the blog, here it is. For those of you who may not have ever looked up at the top of the screen, there's a toolbar, and I want you to pay attention to that and possibly visit some of these things. We've got quite a few things over on Planet 5D, and I think they're pretty cool. So what's happening in the news? Well, everybody's all excited about the new Rebel, the T4i that Canon announced on Friday, and we have a long blog post which shows you that. And by the way, you can pre-order if you want through our links here in B&H. Bell and Howell is what B&H used to stand for, but nobody says that anymore, Mitch. Why is that coming off of your tongue? So anyway, the T4i has something that's incredibly interesting to me, and it has this thing that's an articulated screen, which has never made it up to the Canon 5D Mark III or any of the other quote-unquote pro cameras that Canon has. And so what's really interesting about it is that the articulated screen on the T4i is a touch screen. And so over the weekend I was thinking about the fact that I think the touch screen's pretty fun. And so I asked this question on the blog. We have a poll question, and if you scroll down here, there's a couple of movies that I posted, and here is the poll question. And so far, the majority of the votes, 60%, have been no, that they don't think we should have touch screens on all the HDSLRs. And I'm going to show you this really quickly while we're talking. This video is one of the ones I posted, and it shows how easy it is to use the touch screen. It's not something that's going to be the only method of entering data or selecting menu items. You still have to have the ability to use the buttons. And, you know, it's just interesting to me, especially how vibrant this discussion has been. You see there are 33 responses to the poll in the comments, and so as you scroll through here, there's quite a few differing opinions on what should or should not be included on the touch screen or on the screen itself. And by the way, I don't think I mentioned this up front, but with the daily Planet 5D, we're going to be issuing these on Vimeo and YouTube, as well as iTunes, as well as posting them on the blog. And last but not least, you will have the ability to listen to these in audio-only versions, and I'll be giving you the URL on how to get to that. I'm going to try to remember to post some URLs or read the URL to you. So those of you who are listening on the audio-only version and have a computer or phone next to you, you should be able to get to them. In this particular post, the poll question is found at blog.planet5d.com/ARM5. So there's a 4-letter shortcut for each one of these blog posts that I'll be able to read to you. So the shortcut is always going to be blog.planet5d.com/ and then this 4-letter acronym, and this one is ARM5. All right, so moving on. We also posted a couple of days ago a photography book called Beautiful Innocence, and I wanted to highlight that yet again because we're giving away the copy that we got here at Planet 5D to one of our lucky readers. And if you would like to win that, it's a photography book, and it's interesting because none of the photos were retouched in any way. They are straight as they came out of the camera. It is a book that has some, it's totally women who are in various stages of undress. So it may not be appropriate for everyone. And I'm not going to scroll up and show you the sample photo because I got kind of in trouble for that. But it also has had several bits of discussion because of the fact that there was no editing done in the photos, and I found that very fascinating. So anyway, you have 3 days left to enter this particular giveaway. You can find that entry on the blog, and I didn't bother to write down the 4-letter acronym. So those of you who are listening on the very first day to the audio podcast, I'm sorry. But you can find it on the blog at planet5d.com. Just do a search on Beautiful Innocence. Also, Switchtronics is giving away one of their Torch LED battery, Torch LED. Let me rephrase that. If you purchase a Torch LED light, they're very cool, they're very convenient, they're not massive, and they're not big like movie set lights. They're small and can be mounted on the top of your camera. We used a couple of them on the movie that we just shot with Canon 5D Mark III called Incident on Marmont Avenue, which you can also see on blog.planet5d.com /incident on Marmont Avenue. Anyway, so if you purchase one of these, you can get a free battery. And we also mentioned that because starting this afternoon, just like the Beautiful Innocence book, we're going to be giving away a Torch LED light, a Torch Bolt LED. And so look for that this afternoon on the blog at planet5d.com. Also, I'm going to periodically highlight some of the other features of the blog, and this one happens to be today is the short over on the Planet 5D Cinema. And we're featuring today the one from Ron Reisman, which is a time-lapse called The Castle Midnight Sun. And one of the great things I like about our cinema section is you get to vote. There is a 1 through 10 stars, and you can click on this. I've already selected my vote, so you don't see it showing up as an option to click on. But you have the ability to vote, and I think that's fascinating to see what people think of the videos we're posting. Also on the sidebar, you get to see the top videos that have been rated very highly. So if you want to come just look at some of the top rated ones, you can just see that over in the sidebar. Also wanted to mention to you that, and I haven't mentioned this on the blog because I keep forgetting about it, the Canon rebates that were started back in, I believe, April. This post was on April 30th. That were going through June 2nd have been extended through June 30th. So if you want to take advantage of some of these rebates, and there's a lot of them, you have the ability to do that through June 30th, and you can get those at Amazon and B&H Photo, as well as Adorama and many other places. But of course, we'd like it if you bought through our planet5D links. So there you go. I'm going to try to keep this under 10 minutes. I didn't make it today, but that is your very first episode of the Daily Planet 5D. We hope you come back and watch all the other episodes or listen on the train as you're going to work or wherever. But we appreciate you being here. If you have any questions, pop those down in the comment box, and we'll try to get to those questions in upcoming episodes. Thanks again for watching the Daily Planet 5D.